Oh. What's up, what's up, what's up? It is 3 in the morning. Just got to the yard, checking things out. As you can see, last video, this thing's all sweaty and stuff. I have a little leak going on here. Still hasn't been leaking out a lot though. It's just wet. There's been no active drip. Wiped it all off and stuff. Haven't seen any new leak coming out of it though, so just kind of been holding on that one. As you know, we put the truck in the shop last week. That was a doozy. It was great. $4,900. Ugh. That one about pissed me off because it was everything that was wrong with it was stuff that I didn't even want to replace on the truck. We'll get into that one in a minute, but just checking all this out real quick. Let's get her cranked up. Today though, got a decent run, about 450 miles, a couple of drops and a pickup. I gotta go to, kind of forgetting, I gotta go to, oh, come on. It's one thing about Freightliner hoods, man. Especially on a semi-chilly morning like this. Can't get those damn hood latches to pry down on the hood. You gotta get into them like a damn weightlifter. We gotta try and pull them down a little bit. These rubber stoppers in here get stiff, and I'm gonna have to get off here to do this one. Anyway, going to Lincoln today. I got a drop in Lincoln, Illinois. Another drop in Illinois, and then I gotta go over to St. Louis and pick up something from some grocery distribution thing over there. So let me get up in here, crank this puppy, and we'll deal with the hood real quick. Yeah, another beauty. Let's see if the engine light goes off today. Had an engine warning light come on yesterday. Well, actually had the def light come on again and the check engine light. Typically all that while I was driving back from Chicago yesterday, and the stupid thing ran for a little bit. I was like, great, another DPF issue, right after we had the breakdown last week with the truck. Last week, took it down to Effingham. Get this, had to replace the gauge cluster, a bunch of wiring, had to reseal the windshield because apparently a lot of water was going down behind the dash. I mean, I never saw it, but it ruined the gauge cluster, a bunch of wiring, and also it affected the on-guard system. And the on-guard Meritor Wabco that I hate and I wanted to get rid of, I had to replace all of that crap. So $4,900. And I did call around to some different mechanics and stuff if they could mess with the Meritor Wabco on-guard thing and all that, and nobody wanted to screw with it. And they said, you're just gonna have to take it to Freightliner. And I'm like, great. Because I was asking, can I get this thing disabled? Can I get rid of it? You know, nobody wanted to mess with it, and I was just stuck going to Freightliner anyway. And the engine light's still on. Maybe it'll clear up today. Yeah, ended up replacing all that crap though. And it's just like I got to the point where even Freightliner, I asked them because they're the only ones that work on, apparently have the software for the on-guard stuff because it's factory installed. And they said, no, we can't disable it or anything. It's factory installed. We're not allowed to do that and everything. And the guy offered, he goes, the only thing you can really do if you want is clip the wires on it, you know, and disable it. But then you'll have a dash lit up like a Christmas tree all the time, and the cruise control won't ever work. And I'm like, just fix it, dude. I'm so tired of this. So anyway, $4,900, great. But it's done. It's been working. But now, yesterday, while I was driving back from Chicago, the DPF crap started flashing again. And for about 10 or 15 minutes, it was flashing, and then it shut off. But now I got this engine light still on. Maybe it'll clear. I've done the thing where, like, you turn the key 3 times and stuff, and then you crank it up, and sometimes that clears the code or whatever that's making that light come on. I've done that, but so we'll get over to the yard, pick up the trailer, and I'll kick back in with some more video. But yeah, the truck's running okay, I guess. All right, check back. Yep, you can see down there, there's a Coke truck blocking the alleyway behind this store. I'm at Kent's IGA. IGA is a regional supermarket here, small town supermarket chain that you see around Illinois, parts of Indiana, like western Indiana pretty much, and I think they got some over in Missouri too, eastern Missouri. Anyway, I'm here. I got loaded late. As soon as I showed up at the yard, my load was due out by 4. They didn't get me out till 5:15. They were running behind. So chilling, waiting on this dude. I'm gonna film it driving around the back. You can see though, there's dumpsters right there. A couple of the old driver dudes at the yard. Oh, you're not gonna like that place. You better roll your tandems up so you can make it around that corner. And then I put it in the dock. I got to stretch it out to put the rear of the trailer up, because it's an old narrow dock that apparently sits kind of low if you just got your tandems rolled up too. So you can see though, nice morning, everything's cool. Yeah, to go back on what happened last week, took the truck to Effingham though, Freightliner. Had to leave it there overnight. Selena came down after she got off work and picked me up, and we came back home to Champaign. Then went back late the next day. When did I get it? Went down there on Monday. Picked it up late Tuesday. And then picked it up late Tuesday. I was too late to get a load for Wednesday at that point. They already dispatched everything out. And then Thursday, I was still apparently left on like the breakdown list or something like that. So they bumped me to the back of the order on call outs for that. So I didn't even get a load on Thursday. I had to wait till Friday to finally get a load, which made for a not getting much work last week, and I'm gonna have a really small settlement. But the entire bill of that, like I said, I'll break down a little bit. Gauge cluster was screwed up. The windshield had been leaking down behind the dash and stuff apparently for a long time, and had corroded and ruined everything in there. So they replaced all that crap. The on-guard radar system in the front of the truck had also been corroded and rotted out. And the notes included in the whole thing is the mechanic had to go through and check it all out, saying it looked like something had been spilled also, like maybe up in the dash. Something, drink or chemical or something, looked like it had been spilled down through the dash that affected all the electrics. And then the on-guard radar on the front looked like it had been beaten with a hammer or pried or something like that, that it was ruined, because somebody apparently must have been having this problem before I got it, tried to whoop on it or disable it or something, I don't know. So I couldn't find any mechanics on pretty short notice because I didn't want to be down too long. I just wanted to get it fixed, get back to work. Like I said, I was wanting to disable the whole on-guard system, but nobody was willing to touch it, or they didn't have the software to deal with it or anything like that. So after a few suggestions from guys are just like, you're gonna have to take it to Freightliner, dude. No, I don't know of anybody that can mess with that. And I'm like, great. Took it to Freightliner. Of course, it turned into the thing of, we can't disable it either because it's factory installed. We're not allowed to do that. The only option he gave me said, we can cut the wires to the on-guard system, but then your dash will be lit up all the time with all the warning lights, and you won't have any cruise control, but it'll disable the on-guard. I'm like, well, that doesn't work too, because I got to drive long enough distances that I like using the cruise control. It's good for consistent miles per hour on the road, of course, keeps you level, keeps your fuel mileage going better, stuff like that. Whenever you can use your cruise control instead of punching the throttle all the time and everything. Now, I didn't think it was going to be this extensive of a job. When they handed me the estimate, I was like, what the holy hell? The first estimate they gave me was $5,700. And I'm okay for a gauge cluster, wiring issues, whatever. But I said, I got to buy a whole new on-guard for the stupid thing. I don't even want it. Just get rid of it. You know, I don't want it. Do not want that at all. Well, that's all we can do with it. You know, brr, 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 brr. I'm like, all right, what am I faced with? A truck that don't work, or you got to pay to play, man. So I just said, screw it, whatever. Just get it done. You come down to that point, just get it done. So now, all the hopes and dreams of keeping this truck on the cheaper level and just hopefully getting through for a while of running it came to a quick crash. They managed to get my bill down to $4,900 and change, like $4,936 by the time the final bill came up. But I was pissed. That's probably why I didn't film it after I got the estimate. I was so pissed off. So, oh, sounds like his truck just started. Oh, Coke guy's coming out finally. So here, let me get the GoPro going. We'll film the drive around real quick. Be right back. All right, Coke guy just left. I didn't go around. I didn't walk around and look at this dock yet. I looked at the overhead view on Google Maps. It's just a little narrow, concrete walled single dock back here apparently. I already slid my tandems up. You can see some low overhanging trees, but I gotta hug the left to make this corner. They got that big old crash post on the right. And it's like, why did they put the dumpsters right here? Because it blocks you pretty hard. You hear all the trees dragging down the side of my trailer right now. Just running into all this bush and crap. I mean, most time I can say I like running into bush. Oh, I got this. Yep, got a little too close to the dumpster though. Make the crash pole just fine. I gotta hug down these bushes. I would think you'd want to come out and trim your bush. I mean, that's what I'd tell a chick on a first date, baby. You gotta trim that bush. So you can see though the dock is on here, right here on the right. Gonna go and hug around a little bit. Some of these docks though, you're definitely built for just like bobtail trucks, and maybe back in the pre-80s before all the trailers are just 40 footers and stuff like that. Blind side a little bit here. Put my window down. my tandems, because like I said, the guys are telling me that dock is like sitting too high. Which, that's a big old concrete wall. Pull my tandems real quick. I can say this dock was not as bad as they were making it out to be. I've had worse. Funny thing, a lot of guys I see hauling ass trying to back up and everything. I've learned over the years, I just take my time. Take your time, usually get it one shot. Boom. All right, we'll be back. Well, here we are. Sorry. Eating some breakfast while I do this. Just waiting on that dude to get out of the way so I can pull down this alleyway. But I'm here at the IGA market in Lincoln, Illinois. I gotta swoop to the right, straighten out, and back up down the alley. What's up, man? And then I get a put a pallet jack up on the back. I gotta unload all these to the tail, and a forklift can take them off. I think I'll put the GoPro in the back and when I can put it in high speed after that. Got a whole bunch of pallets. I think I got like, shit, 16 pallets to take off here. This is a small store too. They're taking a lot of stuff. It's gonna be crazy, man, crazy. About there. Oh shit. Well, I don't know what this dude want to do. Maybe I'd take some pallets with him or something. I don't know. Did you still need to get back here?
No, I'm just going in this door right here now.
Am I going to be in your way?
Yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
No, you're all good.
Cool, man. And let's head on back.
All right, Yeah, I put all your
All right, so we're done with that delivery. Get my windows up, it's noisy. GoPro in effect. As you saw, I don't know how many pallets I had, I didn't count them. And I didn't even put how many there were. Anyway, they were getting the rest of the trailer. I dropped off like 6 pallets at my first drop. It was all the way to the tail, so I figured 18 pallets going here. So as you saw though, a lot of them are heavy, a lot of juice, soup, water, canned goods, you know. Just when I have the choice between doing a grocery load like this or a produce loads are really light, like not more than usually about 15,000 pounds, just pallets of peppers and broccoli and all kinds of stuff. They're a lot easier. And usually it's multiple stops, like I'll have like 5 or 6 stops, but just a few pallets a piece. And sometimes it's only a few drops and the trailer's not even half full. So that makes it kind of cool. So now we're going to St. Louis though, right off the Beltway, what is it, the not the 255, the St. Louis side, the 244. Going to some bakery to get a delivery now, so let's get moving on this. But yeah, one of those pallets, I had a hard time stopping it. I think the camera was turned towards the rear of the trailer at the time, that when I got it up front and tried to turn it, it wouldn't stop in time. It was real heavy, and a goddamn pallet jack ran over my foot. Of course, I'm pulling the hippity hoppity around going, didn't break nothing, but close call. But when you get a pallet that heavy, I mean, this pallet's probably a couple 3,000 pounds a piece, and I'm on a downhill, so it's kind of hard to stop it. I mean, the smart thing to do, as soon as I got enough space up in the front of the trailer, I started turning them around up there so I could let them lead me down. So if anything went wrong, dump it. You know, just don't let a bunch of cans of soup kill you. You know, let that stuff go, man. Dump that stuff. You know, there's food for all the stray dogs in the neighborhood now. So yeah, they're shoveling up soup. So we're in more of the downtown Lincoln area. You can, I don't know if you can catch it off to the right in the GoPro because I got the wide lens on. There's the like county courthouse or whatever. But it's right downtown. No biggie though, it's not a huge city or anything, so pretty easy to deal with. Like I said, leaving Lincoln here, I'm I think like 145 miles. I got to go down to St. Louis, get around on the west side of St. Louis there. And I'm picking up 18 pallets of something, but it's only 11, the load is only 11,000 pounds, so that's no big deal because I got some returns on here too. I got probably about $3,000 worth of ribeyes and sirloins on here that I got to my first drop in, what was that, Riverton or whatever it was called, and they said they didn't order that stuff and they're not taking it because they're not getting charged for it. And I said, okay. So I'd take it back. In this place, these guys are all cool. I've been here a few times now. First day I came in here, I got all screwed up because all the little 2-lane roads and stuff, and I was tagging around down here trying to find it. Because that alleyway you go into, you can't turn out in off of the other street on the north side of the building. Because it's too narrow. You can't make the turn. There's a telephone pole right there and stuff. So I had to work my way around where that little side parking lot, that's where you have to come in and then back down it. Figured that one out pretty quick. But yeah, it's one of these things. You go to places like I was delivering in downtown Chicago a week before. I was in downtown Cincinnati the other day. And it's that thing, once you go there once, now you know the way, and it's not a big deal. That first time when you're trying to find it though, and you're seeing low clearances and all kinds of stuff, it just screws you up. So you all shit, you know, like first day I came down here, Illinois, you know, anywhere I've gone in Illinois so far, I've found a low clearance even out in the middle of the country from a railroad overpass. You know, you pull up to it and like literally, usually they're fine, but you do come across one here and there. It says like 13.6, and you're like, all right, 13.6, huh? But you never quite know though. That like I slow it was in the middle of the countryside, way out. I just out in this part of the country out here where Lincoln is and stuff. But actually, when I left here, and I was heading like south and then southeast, I had a railroad overpass out there that said 13.6, in the middle of nowhere too. And so I slowed way down for it. There was one guy right behind me, and he slowed down, probably, what the hell are you doing? But I pulled under it real slow and then got going again, because I was not going to be peeled open like a goddamn, you know, sardine can if I could avoid it. You know, just being cautious. But then too, I've gone down other places, even right there in Champaign on Neal Street, that the railroad runs right along with it, and you do have some roads that have overpasses that are okay. Other ones are like seriously 11 foot, so you got to know which road to go down and everything. It screws with you a little bit sometimes, but you work your way through it. So, in other news though, Selena should be signed on this week. Of course, I've already told you guys that, but she should be signed on this week, possibly by She has days off on Thursday and Friday. We could go out and do some runs together, get a video together, start pumping out some videos again. I mean, I really feel demoralized that everybody says it's not the same without Selena. Nobody wants to watch me. It makes me feel bad to make video. It makes me want to cry in a tissue. Make everybody feel bad for me. I can virtue signal. I make everybody feel bad for me because it's all about me. I had yesterday's run. It was pretty cool. I had 5 drops and a backhaul. I had 5 drops around Illinois, and then I had to go up to University Park on the south end of Chicago out there. South of the 80, it's not even up. It's like right there in like Moni and stuff. I had to pick up a load there at Smuckers, where I met Justin. What's up, Justin? Justin was tooling around in the yard there, working out something with his load. He walked up by the truck at the guard shack there while I was waiting to check in, and he like looks at me and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And he goes, you trucking with Selena? I go, yeah. Yes, unfortunately, you didn't meet little guy. Sorry. Or it wasn't Trucker Brown, I'm sorry, or whatever. All the big trucking YouTube stars. It's just little old me. Sorry. Whatever. Nice, cool guy though, Justin. We took a little picture together and stuff, and yeah, he told his buddy like, "Hey, I'm here with one of the YouTube people, you know, and trucking with Selena." And his buddy said, "It's not real unless you get a picture with him, so we can believe you," or something like that. And they left a couple comments on the last video. "That was good to meet you," blah blah blah. I was gonna be funny about it. When I asked him if his buddy believed him now, and he said, "Oh yeah, I proved it right away." I said, "You know, I hope you made a bet, because I would have made a bet about that shit." I said, "The loser has to give the other one an old fashioned behind a dumpster," while looking me in the eyes. That was about that. I want eye contact, old fashioned, bitch. Look it up. Well, if you really want to go hardcore, if the bet was worth it that much, the loser gets a Cleveland steamer. Go ahead, lay down. Let's go all hardcore with it, man. Of course, it sucks when you lose. Okay? If you're bluffing, man, don't make a hardcore bet. You called out on that one. You end up with a nice greasy stain on your chest at the end of the day. It may scrub off, but the shame never will. Right? So yeah, we got to hop on the 55 South, go down, go across the 270, catch the, it turns into the 244, go down and get off of some Chingadera Road and go down there and make a right on another Chingadera Way or something like that, I don't know. And then it's called Companion Bakery. I don't know. Never been there. Don't care. Just give me my stuff. Let me scoot, man. I got a screw. See ya. Load it. But yeah, I had to replace all this radar crap and everything. I was pissed. What a buzzkill. Like when you have to replace stuff you didn't even want on the truck to begin with, but you gotta replace it just so the truck works. Like a DPF system. Don't want it, don't need it. Get rid of it. Which yesterday all the DPF lights came on and stuff, and I was like, oh. I was about to lose it again. I go, dude, I just got this stuff worked on 2 weeks ago. It's gonna go and freeze up on me again, which I still got the engine warning light on. Hopefully that just clears up. Like yesterday, I restarted the truck a bunch of times. When I got out of the truck to go home yesterday, I cut the power off, I cut the batteries off to see if that might clear it. It's still on today. Oh well. Truck's running though, it's cool. I know it's just a sensor. Pushing all them pallets around though, I certainly earned my Sanka today, didn't I? You gotta drink it while it's still warm. Coffee gets cold, man. It's like, woof. Starts turning a little bit on you. So anywho, I guess that's about it for now. Let's head on down to St. Louis. Go Bears. I know that's not St. Louis. Set the cruise control. Does it work? Yep. Oh my God, the cruise control works every day now. How beautiful. The plus of it, I had to put out the money and I hated it, but everything works now, so it's great. One less thing. I know some of you are going to tell me, oh man, you could have deleted it, you should have just gone to this, that, whatever, you rookie or something, or whatever. I called around some shops, nobody wanted to deal with it. I needed to get this thing in the shop, get it fixed because it was failing on me. Get it fixed, get back to work, I'll make the money up, at least it's fixed. Because at the end of the day, you just want your truck to work normally. It doesn't need to be a hot rod. I don't need 19,000 horsepower, 397-inch wheelbase, super sleeper, you know, super hood, super trucker. It's like, yeah, that's all cool. Like, I wouldn't mind having a W9. I get it. Wasn't in the cards right now. Maybe later. I don't know. See what happens. You're gonna speed up now? Sitting over there doing 58. And he's gonna speed up to me, which I'm doing 63. I try to keep it kind of mellow, but I'm gonna jack it up a few. So this guy goes, oh, you outran me. Hey, you guys do that. They sit in the middle lane and they go 55. Good job, dildo. Sweet Express, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Well, you suck. Get off the road. Why don't you go take the bike lane? Slowpoke. God, I swear, man. People. Yeah, if I didn't have any other people around, I'd do great. It was just me. Maybe the dogs, maybe Selena, I don't know, maybe. Get a phone call from the kids once in a while, but they don't intrude on my life, leave me alone, no people. Anyway, we'll check out on that. I'll come back, maybe show the St. Louis pickup and see where we go from there. All right, out. All right. So I'm sitting here in St. Louis right now at this bakery. See the docks right here. Of course, some jackknob. They're doing some kind of construction in here. And there's contractor guys in here. This guy just comes and pulls up and parks right there where obviously I have to go. I'm gonna have to back up, and you can see in the mirror here, I got a parking lot behind me, but there's a truck parked back there and stuff. I'll have to divert around. The guy just looked right at me too. He's all duh and just walked away. Oh, whatever, man. I mean, I'll work with it, whatever. But yeah, I got a little wrinkle in my plan here. I just want to come down here. It's a bakery. It's a bunch of frozen bread, so they need me to set the reefer at -10. And my first drop this morning, I had a pallet of fresh meat rejected. It was like a bunch of ribeye steaks and sirloins and stuff. So, but the guy said, he goes, yeah, that's like $3,000 to $5,000 worth of meat, man, you know, something like that. But that they hadn't ordered it, so they didn't want it. They didn't want to get charged for it. And so they just put it back on the truck. Dispatch told me, cool, do it. I said, okay, is that going to affect my pickup? And they said, nah, just you got to keep it set at, you know, 34 degrees where the meat needs to be set at, so it's fresh meat, you know, you don't freeze it. Well, I get here and they want to set at -10 to haul this frozen bread. So again, I had to call dispatch and let them know. So now the circle of phone calls, the game of telephone is happening right now of everybody working out the details, because you know, of course, I raised the question as soon as he said -10. I'm like, okay. And granted, Champagne's a few hours away, but if I said at -10, is that me kind of freezing that period of time and then ruin it? Or if I leave the reefer at 34 and haul their bread that's supposed to be frozen, how bad will it be by the time I get to Champagne in a few hours? Is it going to ruin the bread? So, you know, it's a little quandary. So they're all having their phone calls to try and work out the best scenario, or if I just skip the pickup altogether, because they of course want to save that meat because it's worth a lot of money. So that's where I'm at. I'm sitting here, you know, at least a nice day. Plus I got one little fly in here that's buzzing around my head constantly. I'm gonna pull out a shotgun and just start blasting the inside of this truck, man, just to kill that fly. And Selena just got word that she's good to go, so she'll be on the truck with me this week too. Everything's cool. Yeah, it's all good in the hood, man. We're just chilling for the moment. See if we can get back to something here in a bit.
With turquoise and real diamonds.
Fuck!